I think it's November 17th, 2021. It's about almost 1. I'm out here at Camarillo again. It's been a couple of hectic days. Some random thoughts. The issue that we have with Motel 6 recently, I called up their corporate headquarters, told them what the deal was, told them, hey, I'm giving you guys a chance to address this subject. They said, oh, we're so sorry this happened to you and your blind wife, but there's nothing really we could do about that $83 that they stole from you, and we can't figure out why you're on the do not rent list, although I've never done a fucking thing, the Tombo Day, or whatever the fuck. Fuck them. We're going to take them to small claims court. They allow $5,000 to sue a company. And when a civil jury hears that in the middle of a rainy, freezing night, they kicked us out, a little old, blind, 61-year-old blind woman, because they got their widow feelings hurt, then we're going to get $5,000. And California law does provide for the fact of if the judge or whoever feels that the judgment is not enough to address the pain and suffering of the people, then they could theoretically grant more. Now, I had called the head captain in the Camarillo Department Police Force, Captain Shane Matthews. This guy literally brought Tracy and I a couple of gigantic plates of actual Thanksgiving dinner with actual turkey. I mean, this shit was screaming on Thanksgiving. That's what he does in his day off, when he first church. So the guy's a no homo. He's a tall, good-looking dude. Oh, wait. Did you see that? Oh, yeah. Squirrely girl. Tie-dye pants with her ass hanging out. Oh, what a fucking piece of work she is. Roller skating in traffic. Dancing around as if she's so smoking hot, everybody, and she's not. Whatever. Be that as it may. That's a nice car. I told Captain Matthews about the events of the other night. The guy called me up and this morning, and he's like, hey, Brian, first name basis. And I said, well, I don't know what you want me to call you. He goes, Shane, that's fine, that's my name. And we had a long conversation about where he didn't necessarily, he apologized for his department, but not for himself or whatever. And he said he would address the people skills of the police department. Now, to be fair, in the encounters that we've had in a small town like Camarillo, with the sheriff police that they are, most of them have been very professional and very polite. Did you change just to get away from me? Did you change just to get away from me? Blaine's. That's a very nice car. Hold on. Puppy dogs. Thank you very much. That's why. Thank you. Have a great day. Nice dogs. That is a sweet car. I've always loved old convertible Mustangs. What year? Nice. Sounds good, looks great. Take care. And then I shit talk the old fucking bastard. He gives me a 5. It's the only reason. It's the only reason he gave me any money. He's a vet. I'm a vet. I didn't expect anything from him, but I just don't want people. That's part of why I'm even making this video. Bottom line is, we had a heart-to-heart. Guy was very honest about things. Very, I'm always joking as a form of self-defense. The guy told me he's going to address this issue because one of the cops that night we ran into him, some guy said, "You going to leave Camarillo?" And I said, "No." And he goes, "Well, you will, or I'm going to start finding reasons to arrest you." I've been in jail and prison like a quarter of my life. So threatening me with jail and prison really doesn't make a big deal. I swim in there like a shark does in the ocean. It's not even a problem. But he's going to address it. So that started our morning out. And actually, and I told him, "Hey, in that case, then I'm just going to let you handle it. It's fine, whatever kind of resolution. Whatever he does with his own police department, that's fine." Wow, a lot of weird shit happening. Anyway. I can't figure it all out. People are so fucking weird. I mean, they look at me like I'm this outcast from society, and I look at them like, yeah, have you looked at yourselves lately? Most of society has got this. They're operated on by fear, and they're fucking just insane. A lot of people, even the best of them. So that happened. I'm just going to let that go. The cops suck everywhere. They suck less here than they do elsewhere. And the guy that's in charge of them found out of some transgressions. And he said, "Look, I can't do nothing about Motel 6. And I told him my plans for suing him for $5,000. He goes, "You're going to win." So, and if I have to, I'll depose the cops. I will have them subpoenaed. And they will, in my civil case, have to cough up some information, verify what they did, and, we might get more. Because the bottom line is, it's an abuse of power for police to just go around like little punks and intimidate people. Because were they not in groups, or I don't even give a fuck if they're in groups. They 2, 3, 4 of them, we could fight, and unless they kill me, I don't care. They're not gonna. There's no hand-to-hand combat. If these motherfuckers are gonna ever make me tap out, they'll have to kill me first. And if they don't, then I'm gonna wiggle free, and I will fucking break their little fucking chicken necks. I don't give a shit. I told one of them, I go, "Dude, I'm a carpenter, a fucking big frame carpenter. I throw metal and wood around bigger than your fucking whole body. So don't think that you're intimidating me, you snot-nosed little piece of shit." Well, I even told Shane Matthews, I go, "Look, I want, my heart says I want to sue, not for money. I want to sue that one cop. Because he thinks he's got his little fucking Batman action gadget belt on. And he's gonna, this snarky little fuck, he's gonna do something about it. And, pay attention. But I told him I'd sue, not for money, but for the right to fight in a ring, refereed. And the captain just laughed. And I go, hey man, I'm 62, I got fucking high blood pressure, and this guy's 25. I go, we could get in a ring, I'll take a beating if he could give it to me. I go, but I don't think it's going to happen. And he even made a joke about it, like, maybe today is not, maybe I used to be better in the past, but I'm still better than most of you now, some kind of shit like that. So I believe this guy because we both do, that he sounded like he had sincerity and no deception in his voice, and he's actually going to probably, I didn't even name the cops. I told him I didn't know their names. I know their names, but I'm not going to tell them. I'll just let him have it a departmental fucking thing about, hey, don't treat people like shit. Don't threaten people. Don't try to intimidate people. Just do your fucking job and stop being, bullies. That's all I ever wanted. The other part about it is that I was sitting here thinking about this thing about me panhandling and people's judgment. There's movies about the Mustang Ranch in Las Vegas. People, how about Las Vegas? This is an industry when Bugsy Siegel started that town. It was a mob effort for a racketeering profit-based moneymaker for the mob. To this day, and it's not even deceptive, people pour in by the millions into that town, and every year, and they all think, I'm gonna win big, and they spend the kids' college fund and the house deed and all this shit. No one forced them to do that. How is that a legitimate occupation? A croupier or any of these things? You're a fucking gambler. You're betting for the house. Yeah, they pay you, but the house is a gambling thing. Of course the odds are going to go with the house. Hi. Oh, I'm standing by the side of the road bumming money. How are you? That's kind of a snarky, sarcastic. I'm just, but you guys seem like nice people. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Appreciate it. And once again, there's a dude. Gives me some money. And look, you heard what I said. It's not like I'm lying to people. But the other thing about Las Vegas is there's all kinds. I've also been to Circus and watched 6 bouncers take some skinny motherfucker out. He probably tried to rip the house off and beat the dude, if not to death, into the hospital. So I don't know how much of a legitimate. Oh yeah, what do you do for work? Oh, I beat the fuck out of people. Really? There's a lot of American society that I consider bullshit, and everybody else considers, wow, what an admirable way to make your money. You're almost there, Stumpy. You almost got it. Well, and I am not looking down at this at all. Stumpy. Yeah, Gimpy, Stumpy, whatever. There's Mustang Ranch. the hooker faction of Las Vegas, where they are legitimized. I think that is entirely admirable because they, get tested and all this, and they're kept secure. It's not pimps and fucking hoes. This is well-paid prostitutes serving a need of human society, not just American. But it's not my need. It's not a societal need. It's some people have money and they want to do it or whatever. That's fine, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I don't think that's more legitimate or admirable than me standing here with a sign. I mean, in a way, I'm kind of a hoe that doesn't give anything back. But the thing I think that I broke the video out for today was hey, someone doesn't want to give me some money, and they're all pulling up to this light. That's fine. Totally fine. But if someone is got some guilt, and so they hang back, all they're doing is making things harder for me, because they're keeping people that are behind them. They think there's this impenetrable, invisible barrier to where I don't see that they're hanging back at all. Artistic, huh? Like this fucking dude. What the fuck? I mean, they're just hanging back. Well, all that does is that prevents people from behind them from moving forward, and maybe someone there would give me some money. So I look at it as, well, I don't give a fuck if it's your guilt or what the fuck it is. Either way, you are thwarting my efforts to make a little bread. Not that their efforts are any more legitimate. They could be a fucking drug dealer for all I know that just feels guilty about being a greedy piece of shit. Move your fucking car up. I'm not going to jump out. I'm not going to be an aggressive panhandler. That's obvious. I'm sitting on a bucket. And I'm not going to attack people. That's bullshit. I hate that shit myself. I won't even stare at people or look at people because it's just impolite. On the other hand, I smell weakness and I get disgusted and aggressive because I cannot stand weak motherfuckers. If you feel bad about not doing something, then own that shit and just move on up. But don't fucking hang back and pretend like I don't see you. Well, so now you feel guilty about not giving me money and you think I'm blind. Fuck that. Let other people move up and fucking do what they want to do. That's what I'm saying. But this bullshit about people pretending they look away or I don't see it or whatever. Hey, you know what, blindered America? Maybe you should fucking man up, grow a set, stop being a little fucking bitch. That's the problem with this. I see people that go, yes, I know that the vaccinations are fucking poisonous, and they get their kids fucking vaccinated, knowing they're fucking death shots. They get themselves vaccinated, knowing they're death shots. There's all this evidence. I had a kid tell me last night they're not wearing masks down in San Diego because it's a lot of Republicans, but they are doing it here. So are you telling me in the same state, but only within a couple of 100 miles, there's this extreme difference? So now let's stop bullshitting ourselves about whether or not there's germs or whether we need to wear a mask. You know what I mean? Because if I go down to San Diego, nobody's doing it. They're only doing it up here because that's the political climate. Well, if that's the case, if wearing a mask is a sign of being a liberal, a leftist, a Democrat, I'm not going to fucking do it because I'm not one. I fucking hate liberal Democrats, and they've turned out, they've deceived me, they've betrayed me, and they're fucking crazy. They're communist, America-hating destroyers. We gotta get rid of them. And the way my long old buddy said to me, Ronnie Von Mosch, you hate me, I hate you back. Well, they're the ones who hate us first. People that believe in freedom and liberty believe in it for everybody because that's why they believe in it, and they're not really hating on anybody. I might not like somebody, but I don't care. If they're free to do what they want. That's the point of freedom in America. But if you want to control me, then you don't want me to be free in America, in which case you don't like the way I am free, in which case fuck you in your neck. I don't give a shit. You're coming in my country, hating the way I live, and want to change things. No. Being a veteran that has served, I didn't serve so people had the right to destroy our fucking country. I served so people could have the freedom that I had enjoyed. I didn't serve so I could have the freedom to let them destroy my freedom. I mean, the whole thing is fucking nuts. If I had the chance to join a private militia and get a gun and they point me at somebody to fucking shoot that's on the other side, with a fucking quickness. With a quickness. So, that's where we stand as of right now. I'm on a recent fucking video making bit, but that's how the world is. Time is a river, and life is unpredictable. Sometimes, for long periods of time, it seems like nothing's happening. And then it comes in states where it's just like a river where it goes down steeply and rapidly. And then it gets to pools of tranquility, and then it goes back to steeply and rapidly. So that's really the passage of time. You know, there's no even flow to anything. It'd be nice, but it doesn't happen. Eddie Vedder, love your music. You're still a fucking communist traitor piece of shit too.